Our job is obvious. We need to get out of the way, shine a light, and empower a new generation to teach itself and to go further and faster than any generation ever has.
Feel you through. Well, I have some advice for you. Don't give up. Keep on trying. You're gonna make it.
It's natural for it to do this.
It's all decomposed.
How do you know?
Because there's nothing, we can't feel anything, and it can't just.
In many ways, our audacity to imagine helps push the boundaries of possibility.
They're like these little kind of like tiny.
And also white mold grew on the top.
Baby leaves are turning, shriveling up very fast.
And the water is overflowing him, so
maybe he's
kind of diving.
When we let our kids dream, encourage them to contribute, and push them to do work that matters, we open doors for them that will lead to places that are difficult for us to imagine.
In many ways, the work of a critic is easy. We risk very little, yet enjoy a position over those who offer up their work and themselves to our judgment. But there are times when a critic truly risks something, and that is in the discovery and defense of the new.
Ruben is not here, he's at home, and he's doing observations from the picture on a Google Doc.
It smells terrible. It smells moldy.
Moldy?
Yeah, I think it's because overflow sugar. It needs natural sugar, like it needs to create its own sugar and only use that sugar.
If what I am is what's in me, then I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be.
If we can give kids the foundation to dream, they'll figure out the grammar and the history the minute it helps them reach their goals and make a difference.
Oh, I'ma keep my head up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is 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 and what I am is. There's nothing I can't achieve because
an aesthetic experience is one in which your senses are operating at their peak. When you're present in the current moment, when you're resonating with the excitement of this thing that you're experiencing, when you are fully alive.
Never giving up, gotta go.
The world needs opportunities for new leaders and new ideas. Kids need opportunities to lead and succeed. Are you ready to make the match? Because the world's problems shouldn't be the human family's heirloom.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
When we teach a child to make good decisions, we benefit from a lifetime of good decisions. When we teach a child to love to learn, the amount of learning will become limitless. When we teach a child to deal with a changing world, she will never become obsolete. When we are brave enough to teach a child to question authority, even ours, we insulate ourselves from those who would use their authority to work against each of us. And when we give students the desire to make things, even choices, we create a world filled with makers.
And it could be beautiful.
There's learning stuff and there's learning for life, the kind of learning that leads to work with your fingerprints all over it.
The kind of work that you'd never compromise on, the kind of work that you'd sacrifice something for.
Don't come here to play it safe. Come here to swim in the deep end. Do you want your learning to add up to something big, something that counts, something that couldn't happen anywhere else?
Welcome to our classroom.